Ollie Watkins in inspirational form as Aston Villa took another step closer to Champions League football after defeating Bournemouth today. This is your instant match reaction to Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 1. Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and this is your not so instant match reaction, or instant as I can do it. I've just literally got in the house from a long trip from Newcastle to Aston Villa, so back in the house now for a jump on do my match reaction to Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 1. Before we get into it, though, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're literally 10 subscribers away from 3,700. We're on a mission to hit 4,000 before the end of the season, so please do like and subscribe and get your comments in below after a fantastic afternoon at Villa Park today. Some fantastic performances that we will go into as Aston Villa defeated Bournemouth 3-1 in the Premier League. Obviously, it was a match build as Villa a big week we've had. Obviously winning in penalties against Lille on Thursday night after extra time, off the back of a fantastic away performance at Arsenal. So this was a potential banana skin because Bournemouth are a decent side, play some good football, got a good striker in Dominic Solanke, got other good forwards in Kluivert, Semenyo as well. So it was potential dangerous game, particularly after the exploits of Thursday night. And Villa were kind of quite careful to sort of suggest that they might be running on fumes or running out of steam, but the atmosphere was fantastic today. Lots done by the VP 1897 crowd. Really good in P9 in the Doug Ellis stand. That was excellent, and the atmosphere in general was great. I was in the Holt end, and Holt end was louder than normal and as loud as I've known it for a long time. So that was fantastic. And the whole ground, the atmosphere you could tell was great. And Villa started. Martinez in goal, Cash, Konsa, Pau Torres, and Luca Dean across the back. Yuri Tielemans and John McGuinness, the base in the midfield. And then Morgan Rogers, Musa Diaby, and Leon Bailey on that right hand side, and Ollie Watkins up top. So Zaniolo not starting and wasn't on the bench, and the bench did look quite weak. We know we're kind of really thin on the ground in the terms of the squad. Duran was on the bench, obviously. Eric Bonham on the bench. But not really too much else to choose from, really. On the bench for Villa today, Moreno injured, Luis suspended, etc. But the team as a whole was excellent today, and right from the start, you could see that Villa were quite comfortable, and starting quite well on the front foot. And that front four, which I'll go into in a little while, were phenomenal all game. But it was Bournemouth that took the lead. Villa had a couple of half chances, a couple of flashes across the box. Bournemouth had a couple of chances as well. A shot from Kluivert that was tipped over by Martinez, but it was Dom Solanke who converted a penalty after Matty Cash committed a foul in the box. And that was on 31 minutes. But like I say, I wasn't too worried, even though we did concede the first goal. You could see that Villa were playing some good football. We're playing it across the back. We're getting into some good areas. It was maybe just that final ball or that final shot that wasn't quite coming for them. But it was really important that we scored before half time, and we managed to do that. Morgan Rogers with a fantastic goal, a wonderful pass from Leon Bailey. And after a quick break, wonderful pass from Bailey, taken into his stride by Rogers in that kind of left-hand channel. He cuts inside, I think it might have been Smith, and then blasts it into the roof of the net, hits the keeper in the face and goes into the roof of the net. And it did take the roof off the ground, to be honest. It was a brilliant goal, really flowing move, and it took Villa in at half time, 1-1, and we possibly could have pushed to score again before the break. But yeah, great goal from Rodgers, and he's really showing his worth at the moment. Really, really good finish, and he's playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. And we went in at 1-1, and the key was to come out in that second half like we meant business, because once we kind of, maybe got that second goal, Bournemouth haven't really got a lot to play for anymore. It's one of those where if the pressure's off, sometimes teams can play with that freedom. But once they know that they're maybe, losing out in a game, it doesn't psychologically just doesn't mean as much to them. And we scored on 57 minutes, another wonderful flowing move. Ollie Watkins, who I'll move on talk about in a bit, gets the ball again in that kind of left-hand channel, and rather than be selfish and take the ball on, and this is after one or two other passes, he plays a lovely through ball, absolute defence splitting through ball into the path of Musa Diaby, and he's only got to just finish it nicely into the bottom corner with his right foot this time, and it's 2-1 Villa on 57 minutes. And few substitutions made by Bournemouth to try and get them back into the game, but it was Villa again who looked the most dangerous. Ollie Watkins having a couple of efforts, and then he he absolutely laid it on a plate for Leon Bailey on the 78th minute to put the game to bed. Possibly slightly disappointing in himself, probably that he wasn't going in, but he played again. Plays it across the box, maybe sort of a cross come shot, and Leon Bailey taps it into the bottom corner, and game over. 3-1 Villa, and yes, absolutely 3 points in the bag. But onto some of the performances. I thought Martinez was assured in goal. I thought Ezri Konsa really showed what a top class centre back he is, particularly against Dom Solanke, who's a good centre forward. There's a moment in the first half where he just brushed him off, and yeah, he showed what a really good centre back he is. And alongside him, Pau Torres, and you can see that centre back partnership is a real top centre back partnership. Torres driving forward the ball, can play those passes that not many players can see, and really does push us forward. McGinn was solid in that midfield, but the man next to him, Yuri Tielemans, was a masterful performance in midfield. Kept the ball moving, plays 1 and 2 touch, can see the difficult passes, putting tackles in. And, I want to ask a question of you guys in the chat. Would it be better to go with McGinn and Tielemans now in that midfield too? Rather than bringing Douglas Luiz back straight back in, because for me the last two games, Tielemans and McGinn have been fantastic in that midfield. So yeah, Tielemans was arguably man of the match. He was excellent today, but the four in front of him for different reasons were all equally tremendous. Morgan Rogers, as I've said, he's growing and growing and growing with every single performance. The way he can carry the ball, he's obviously been on loan at Bournemouth, didn't go that well for him, so he had a bit between his teeth. He had a point to prove, and today he was fantastic, picking up the ball in lots of little areas. They couldn't pick him up. They were trying to pull him. They were trying to push him. He's got great feet. Sometimes he was giving it short. Sometimes he was playing first time passes. Sometimes he was running with the ball. He scored his goal. It was all round fantastic performance. And from a 21-year-old, he's got everything. He's got physique. He's got pace. He's got skill. He can finish. Yeah, he's really turned into a wild card for us these last few games, and absolute diamond to find, at this stage of the season, because not many teams know a lot about him, and that's the beauty of it. And he can really shine. Musa Diaby looked really sharp. Good for him to get his goal as well. He was putting tackles in as well, which is really good. And we know how well he can link up with Leon Bailey. And Musa Diaby was excellent again today. But the man Leon Bailey, I mean, what more can be said about this guy? Even injured, not 100% fit, he's so dangerous. Teams don't know how to handle him, don't know whether he's going to go inside, don't know whether he's going to go outside, doesn't know whether he's going to play it short, don't know whether he's going to take someone on, don't know whether he's going to play a 1-2. And some of his passing today was just sublime. He is one player who you pay money to watch. And, we've had numerous wingers over the years, Ashley Young, Tony Daly, Mark Walters, who, have sparkled at Villa Park, and Leon Bailey is fast becoming one of those players. The pass to to Morgan Rogers, the little pass to the outside of the foot through to Musa Diaby, a couple of passes to Ollie Watkins as well. Just effortless passes and perfect weight on them, perfect spin. And he's now got, I think it's 10 Premier League goals and 9 assists. And if he, one more assist to get a double for the season, absolutely fantastic. What a turnaround. And I think it's something like 24 maybe goal involvements for the full season in all competitions. Absolutely unreal. And that leads me on to Ollie Watkins. What a performance. What a virtuoso performance from him. He absolutely tore the Bournemouth defence to shreds. He didn't score today, but he got 2 assists and he was all over the park, holding the ball up, running with the ball, giving it back one touch, playing players in, obviously 2 through balls, 2 wonderful assists. He had shots. He was doing pirouettes. The Bournemouth defenders just didn't know what to do with him. He's absolutely fantastic, and it was just a shame that he couldn't get that 20th Premier League goal today. But 30 goal involvements in the Premier League this season. Absolutely wonderful achievement, and he will get 20 Premier League goals this season. He absolutely will, and it was a fantastic performance from him. Many people saying he was the man of the match, but yeah, you guys tell me in the comments. I know I've asked on Twitter, lots of people saying Tielemans, lots of people saying Watkins. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. A few people saying Morgan Rogers as well. That second half in particular was something that we've not seen in a long time from Aston Villa. That confidence, that authority, the knowledge that we were going to win that game was just a joy to watch. And now we're 6 points ahead of Tottenham. No, I know they've got 2 games in hand. They will have 3 games in hand by the time we play Chelsea. If we can beat Chelsea, that puts us 9 points ahead. Yes, the games in hand will be with Tottenham, but look who they have to play. It's far better having the points in the bag because it really puts the pressure on. And now we know it's only the 4 spots for the Champions League. We've got to be in that driving seat right now. Brilliant performance. Brilliant day at Villa Park. Great atmosphere. It takes us into this final 4 games of the season. Obviously, Chelsea coming up. Then we've got Brighton. Then we've got Liverpool. Then we've got Crystal Palace. You guys let me know, how many points do you think that we're going to take? How many points is that going to require to secure that top 4 spot? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But let's enjoy match of the day and see what they say about us. Are they still going to say that Ivan Toney is a better choice than Ollie Watkins? Are they still going to say that Tottenham are in the driving seat for top 4? I don't know. We'll just keep winning. We'll just keep doing our bit. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be back later in the week for Talking Tactics, for Fans Forum, for Match Preview for Chelsea. So loads to come up on the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.